World's First Christmas is a watchable film, but the narrative is quite weak. The actual events within the film are kind of boring, but I like the characters and the performances are good. It's not really a festive film, but that's because of the narrative, and I'll talk about that in a moment. This is a Portuguese language film from Brazil. I won't try and pronounce the Portuguese title because I'm sure I'll get it wrong, but this was released in 2023. It's directed by Susana Garcia and Gigi Soares, and a little girl wishes that Christmas would disappear. And it does disappear, but this family think it's still Christmas. The children wake up in the morning to see what presents they've been given from Santa Claus, and their decorations have disappeared. And they look outside, and all of the decorations have gone. Nobody knows what Christmas is. So they have to try and figure out what has happened and get Christmas back. And as a concept, I like it. There are several Christmas films out there like this, where Christmas disappears for everybody but the protagonist, or in this case, the family, and they have to try and resolve this problem. And the messages are always the same, focusing on what should be important at that time of year, and that's absolutely fine. Obviously, because Christmas has disappeared, there's nothing in this that's Christmassy. And that's not a bad thing in one regard, because that's what the film is about. Christmas has disappeared. But if you're looking for a film to get you into the holiday spirit, this isn't going to do that. And the actual events within the narrative, I did find to be really, really boring. It took, I wouldn't say it took too long for the narrative to kick in. I'd say maybe 15, 20 minutes. So it didn't take a tremendous amount of time, but it was quite a slow start in the sense that the events leading up to that were kind of boring. And then for about 2 or 3 minutes, as the narrative becomes established, it was actually quite interesting. And after that, it was boring again. The only redeeming factor would be the quality of the characters, the character writing, and also the performances. And I think that's what makes it a watchable film, because I actually quite liked the characters. I like the performances, but the narrative is very weak, and understandably, it doesn't exactly feel like a Christmas film. So I didn't really enjoy it, but as I said, it was watchable. So if it sounds like something that might appeal to you, then sure, check it out. I think there are elements of it that you'll enjoy. And all of the technical aspects are very well done. Good camera work, the lighting's very good, the music, I didn't really notice too much actually, so I guess that's a good thing, because it didn't annoy me, or it wasn't too loud or anything. So in general, it ticks enough boxes for it to be watchable, but I didn't really care for it. World's First Christmas is a nice enough idea. I liked the characters, but the narrative itself wasn't very good.